Hello students, this is project management lecture. In the last lecture we have seen the fundamentals of project management. In that we have seen what is actually the project. What does project mean? It is nothing but a sequential step-by-step manner of different steps to perform a particular project in a particular manner to so that it can be having a feasible output with a defined time. Now, in this lecture, we have seen what is actually the project management. Also, in this lecture, we will see what is the need of the project management. As you can see, the need of the project management is to improve the project program firm performance as measured by the efficiency and effectiveness, competitive advantages through the competency. Then the need of the project management to be more successful, it is for being proactive versus the reactive, as well as it is found that the organizations using any type of project management methodology are better at meeting budgets, staying on schedule, and meeting scope, quality, and standards and expected benefits. We can see some of the needs of the project management as realistic project planning. The importance of project planning cannot be overstated. Too often, organizations overestimated how quickly they can achieve deliverable, underestimates the cost, and both are risky for a failure. A good project manager considers the big picture and sets realistic and achievable goals, budgets, and timelines. Without careful management, a project can quickly get off the track before it has been even begun. Means it can get out of the track and it cannot be a successful project, as we have seen in the last lecture how a project can be a successful. What are the measures that we need for the purpose of making a project a successful? So that for the purpose of making a project successful, we need a project management planning also. To set realistic goals, budgets, and timelines, the project manager communicates with the different stakeholders to understand the strategic priorities and business objectives also. Based on their research, the project managers then outlines a project plan. Means he decides what is actually important in that particular plan of the project, what are the steps to be followed in the project, what is the time limit for each and every step, and what is the budget for each and every step. That is nothing but the outline of a project plan that balances those priorities within the constraints of time and budget. In this process involves cost estimation, resources management, and risk assessment also. This is nothing but the first need of a project management. Next, we can see what is actually clear focus and objectives. Means while performing a project, means while undergoing different steps over a project, we should have a clear focus and objective. Means at the stage of planning, we should have a clear objective of a project, what is actually the output of the project, and what is budget of the project, and what are the requirements that we have to fulfill for the purpose of project to be a successful project. In this clear focus and objective, we can say that a lack of clear goals was the most common reason for project failure in 2017. The project managers helps organization hone in on their priorities and define their project objectives. When the project management is left to the team to handle the scope and objectives, it can easily get muddled, unclear, and it can be focus cannot lead to scope creep. It can miss the deadlines and it can be overspending. Means budget can be over. It cannot be within the time limit given by that. These are the lack of clear goals. Because of a person is not having a clear goal, the person is now not having a clear idea in his own mind about the project, then all these things can happen. Plus we can say that without a project manager to oversee the project plans and task breakdowns, many teams that may not notice potential risk factors as they arise. If they don't address evolving project risk, the team could end up the prioritizing the wrong task. Okay, a good project manager that keeps an eye on all these factors so that the team can focus on the right task. So that if any member of the team is not focusing on the right track, he is not focusing on the things or the requirement that we want to fulfill, then a project manager helps him to get on the track and to fulfill all the requirements within the budget at the right time and adapt as needed. This is all about the clear focus and objectives about the need of project management. Next, we can say that strategic alignment. for the purpose of strategic alignment, we need a project management. If we have a particular project management in a proper way, then and then only a project can be successful. One of the most important reason to use a project management to use is to align the project with business strategies. Means all the business strategies we have to use in that particular projects. The president and CEO of PMI cautions have said that if your organization is not good at project management, you are putting too much at risk in terms of ultimately delivering on strategy. Means a project management is not good, then you cannot meet all the requirements given by a particular person or given by the that stakeholder. So that for that purpose, all the things should meet the requirements in a given time. In other words, we can say that project management is a driver of organizational strategy. So, if you aren't applying it to your initiatives, you are missing a crucial opportunity to grow. Okay, as project managers oversees the planning and execution of a project, they help to ensure that project's overall goal and its subsequent tasks are milestones to align with the organizational strategies. The strategic alignments that at every level of the project that keeps each and every stakeholder on the same page and ensures your initiatives driven the organizational forwards. Next, we can say for need of the project management is for managing the processes, different processes, step by step processes that are being undergone into that project process. We have to manage all the processes. For that purpose, we need a project management. Project management is a proactive process that seeks to help the right people to do the right task at the right time. Without a set of project management method, many teams tend to work reactively, handling issues as they arise rather than the proactively planning for known risk and setting the project goals and parameters from the beginning. Project manager, which helps the people to break down a project into manageable pieces, so that all the pieces, after the combination of all the pieces, after the combination of different steps, so a particular organization will get a proper project, a successful project. By breaking the project into clear process of assigned tasks, milestones and deadlines, project managers can direct their teams more efficiently and react to the issues with great agility. The next we can say is that quality control. The need of project management is for the purpose of quality control. Project, when there is a project management, the project manager himself will control the qualities. He will check on the qualities of all the steps or all the outcomes that we get in each and every step. That's why quality control is an essential component of project management. Your project could meet all the parameters for time and budget, but if the quality standards aren't met, the projects will be deemed a failure. Unfortunately, we can say that this is an all too easy trap to fall into. Teams are under a lot of pressure to finish a project on time and on budget, and this can lead to rushed work and shoddy executions. That's where the project managers come in. Okay, there is a main important work of a project manager. They not only manage deadlines and objectives, but they also keep an eye on how well project tasks are being executed. Project managers helps outlining the deliverable and define the quality standards, so that all the workers under the project manager will follow the guidelines of the project manager and will work as per the outlines of the project. The next need of the project management is reduced cost. Means the project manager working efficiently, he can reduce the cost of the project. He can mitigate the risk and optimizes the resources. He can optimize different resources, so that from that resources he can pick a resource that is having the less cost. Even when the added cost of the investing in a project manager, organization and stand to gain much more than that the cost. This is all about the need of the project management. Let's move to the next point, that is project management team. We have seen who are the project management teams. The first is project sponsor, who is a decision maker or a founder of that particular project. Means the sponsor provides all the necessary rupees or necessary finance needed for the project to get a successful project, and the particular sponsor also gives an exactly idea about the project, means what are the outcomes or what are the actually requirements of that person that are you have to fulfill is given by the project sponsor. Next one is project manager, who manages the big picture of a project. The project manager plays the chief part in the project and is responsible for the project manager plays the chief part in the project and is responsible for its success and quality. His job is to make sure that project proceeds and completes within the specified time frame and according to the budget given by the person, and it accomplishes its goals at the same time. The project manager ensures that resources are sufficient for the project and it maintains the relationship with the contributors and the stakeholders. The project manager particularly focuses on the specific project objectives. He controls the resources to best meet the project objectives and manages the constraint. The important responsibilities of a project manager are developing a project plan, giving a particular outline to the project, and giving an idea, making an idea into the actual project, managing the deliverables according to the decided plan, leading and managing the teams, deciding the methodologies used in the project, and establishing a project schedule and determining each phase. And he assigns tasks to the team members also, and the particular project manager provides the regular updates to the upper management also, means he is nothing but a media in between the upper management and the different team leaders. Next, the project team members. The project team members are mainly the people who work on various phases of the project, and they could be in-house staff or external consultants and may be working on the full-time or part-time basis also. Their roles can differ according to the each and every project. The responsibility we can see for the members of the project are they contribute to overall project objectives, completes the individual deliverables also, they provides the expertise to the project management team and works with user to determine and meet business needs also, and they document the processes also, means each and every process is documented by the people. Now let us see why is a teamwork important in the workplace. Great teamwork in a project management that achieves three very important goals, that is projects are completed on time and in full. Then individual team members feel more satisfied with their roles, which gives them extra motivation to perform the different tasks. Well-oiled team that contributes to a healthy work environment. And when one combine all these three, you will get a recipe for a long-term success. A great team is especially important if you haven't had a lot of formal project management education. Then they can help you to work through the process and bring home some successful projects. When anyone implements some of the project management teamwork practices, one will outline below, you will notice that you will be able to take more risks that lead to the positive outcomes. When you can rely on your team to communicate and work together effectively, it mitigates the risk becoming a piece of cake. It improves the trust if your team can exchange their opinions honestly, and if you encourage them to rely on each other to succeed, they'll start trusting each other, and just like a family, they'll know that they need to compromise to get along and finish the project successfully. Teamwork is in a project management is very important because it leads to increase the efficiency and productivity. Everyone's putting their strength forward and holding themselves accountable, and they will not afraid to ask for help since they respect to each other. You will notice that less frictions and more can do attitudes of all around. As the team works together, they will be more open to giving feedback, and then ultimately leads to the improvement of the total team. This is especially important if you work on a project regularly. Finally, the teamwork is a project management. It doesn't everyone individual strengths and needs. You will be giving everyone a chance to shine, and you will be allowing them to develop their own skills and grow their careers also. These are main functions of a project manager, that is prepare a plan, then identify different interdependencies, identify track and critical milestones, secure needed resources and manpower. After that, we can say a particular project manager, he can improve the work culture in a project by establishing positive culture. It is very important to establish a positive work atmosphere within your organization and project. It is one of the key factors which aids in remaining talent and enhancing productivity, ensures that team's vision, missions, goals and objectives are communicated when to each and every executive in the project. This is done by a project manager. This is also an important function of a project manager. The project manager defines the roles. Team members should have defined roles and responsibility assigned to the team that is designed by a project manager. They should exactly know what they are doing and why they are doing it, and how it is contributing to the company growth, missions and visions also. Building trust among the team members is also a main function of a project manager. It is very important that team members have trust in you and each other. While individuals are ambitious and good for healthy competition, as well as unity among the team members is very essential for the professionals. They should extend for the support without having second thoughts. The project manager should be willing to resolve obstacles, making it easy for team members to fulfill the responsibilities assigned to them. Next one, we can say that managing conflicts in a good manner. A small issue may lead to a big conflict, hence all minor challenges or problems need to be dealt with care. That is done by a project manager. When a situation arises which may lead to a conflict, the project manager needs to work together with the team member to find a remedy on that particular conflict. Opinions must not be imposed on anyone, and collaborative solution must be identified or taken from the situation with the help of team. Next one, we can say that recognizing and retaining the team members. When one have best employee in the team for dream project, it is important that one should provide them with enough incentives. Besides adequate fixed compensations, additional perks can be offered in the form of gift vouchers, compensatory off and flexible timings as for their hard work. This is recognizing their strength and retaining the team members. Now let's move to the next point. Let us see what are the principles of the project management. In a lecture we have seen what are actually the principles of the project management. We will see in addition what are more project management principles. First of all, let's see what is actually meaning of the principles of a project management. The principles of a project management are the fundamental rules that should be followed for the successful management of projects. The proper management book of knowledge does not currently contain an official list of principles of successful project. Means we do not have exactly list of principles of a project management. It can be defined by different persons. Different principles can be defined by different persons. So now let us see what are the different principles. Let's see first formal structure. For the particular project to be a feasible, a formal structure of the project is needed. That is nothing but a proper planning of the project is needed. Let us see what is the formal structure. The project needs to have a formalized structure including processes, procedures and tools. If you have ever tried to complete a project without a formalized structure, then you know that how hard it is to control it and provide the attention and it deserves. A project should have a project charter, project plan and a designated project team for a successful prioritizing and managing the project. That's why a formal structure that need to be having a good outline of a project and good planning of a project, that is done in the formal structure. That is one of the important principle of a project management. Then project sponsors. An effective project sponsor is critical to the success of a project. Sponsor champions your project and acts as a spokesperson to other executives. Having an engaged sponsor makes it easier to communicate progress and overcome roadblocks and guide stakeholders through the decision making process. That is nothing but a project sponsor. Means the particular project sponsor should have a clear idea and he should be able to give his ideas and goals to the project manager, so that all the needs or the requirements he want to fulfill, that should be understood by a project manager, and the project manager should undergo a proper process for the project purpose of meeting all the requirements. Next we can say a principle is goal and outcomes. Without precise requirements and approval criteria, it will be difficult to measure a project success. For the purpose of project success, we should know the precise requirement of a sponsor. We should know what is actually the requirements he wants to meet in that project, in that particular project. One may think that your final project does everything requested only to have the customer or user complains that you left a crucial component. The most common factor behind failed project is a lack of clear goals, and all the goals, one should be very clear about the goals in the starting of a project, so that the planning of the project can be done in a proper manner and the project can be a successful project. The project requirements and approval criteria should be determined and documented at the beginning of the project. These must be reviewed and approved by all key stakeholders, including the sponsors and customers. The next principle we can say that management of a project changes. A project needs a well-defined scope to ensure that outcomes meet the customer expectations. Without strong change management, a project costs suffer from scope to creep and gradually grows beyond the initial project guidelines. To give an example, the team members or stakeholders may want to add additional features to the project. Means initially they have given some of the features of a project, some of the requirements of the project, and at the middle of the project the person want to add some of the more features. However, if you don't carefully control the changes, you could end up with a great product that costs twice what was expected and delivered 6 months late. This is the management of a project changes. Means in the principle of project management, one should be able to make some of the changes in between the project given by a particular sponsor. Next one we can say that the risk management or risk recognition. Since one cannot execute a project in a bubble, they all faces some of the risk. Risk can affect the resources, technologies or processes. It is important to manage, to minimize, to eliminate its impact on your project. It involves identifying, evaluating and monitoring the risk and deciding upon action plans to implement if they occur or not. This is nothing but the risk management or the risk recognition. Means a particular manager should be able to recognize all risk and he should be able to evaluate or eliminate the risk that are present in the particular project. Next one we can say that the value delivery capabilities is one of the important principle of a project management. Your value delivery capabilities are the project tools, processes and procedures that help particular person to deliver values to the customers. This can include that your project system like your scheduling software. It may also include your processes such as using and project methodologies. If one have to establish and test and approaches for delivering successful projects, one need to be better equipped than if you are starting from the scratch. The more mature process and procedures are, the more likely for a project will be a successful project. Next we can see the principle is performance management baselines. Here we can say that project typically have three basic components, that is cost, schedule and scope. Means actually the budget given by the person. Schedule is nothing but the proper step by step manner process of a project, and scope of the project is nothing but the requirements given by a particular person for the project to fulfill. Each of these components should have a baseline or plan against which the performance can be measured. When these baselines are integrated, it is called a performance management baseline. Then if one have a change in any one of these components, its impact will be reflected in others also. Means if I want to change the schedule of a particular process, a particular project, then cost of the project will also change. If I want to change the scope of the project, means I want to add some of the more requirements or I want to remove some of the more requirements, it will be making changes in the other points also. Next one is communication. In this principle, if you have worked in a project management for a while, you may have heard about saying that project management is 90% about the communication. A project success requires communication of project activities, risk, issues and status both within the project team and with the stakeholders also. Means there should be a one-to-one communication in the project manager to the stakeholder and project manager to the team leaders or to the team person they work under the team leaders. That's why communication is essential for variety of reasons, which are keeping stakeholders engaged in the project, coordinating the task and schedules, making different decisions and solving the problems, identifying and resolving the different conflicts, and making some of the risk and issues to eliminate. These are nothing but the different principles related to the project management. Now let us move to the next point, that is impact of delays in project completion. First, we have seen that the delays in project that affects the developers and the buyers also. Such delays are not only lead to the cost overruns and loss of profits to the contractor, but also results in loss of good faith which the construction company has built over the years, and non-productivity losses the owners. Now let us see what actually causes the project delays. It is critical for the project manager to understand how project delays means. At the starting phase, the particular project manager have defined an outline, have defined a planning for a project, have defined some of the steps of the project. But even though following each and every step, there is a delay in a project. Sorry, it creeps up while managing the projects. Only then they could prevent them from happening or deal with them when they are occurring again and again. Now let us see some of the most common causes for the delays. Why the delays occur in a project completion? It changes in the project scope, means we are changing some of the requirements of a project, we are changing the scopes of the project, then there can be a delay in a project. If the resources that become way unavailable, means they are not available on time. For the purpose of the resources to become available, the project management team has to wait till that date. That's why there can be delay in a project completion. The project timeline is not planned properly, then if it is not planned properly, then there is a delay in a project management. Project objectives and deliverables are not realistic within the project constraints. If the external vendors don't deliver on time, if they don't deliver on time, all the steps cannot be followed on time. There will be delay in following each and every step, so that there will be a delay in project management. The communication between project stakeholders is not an effective communication. Then also, as we have seen before, the communication is very important principle for a project management. There should be one-to-one communication from stakeholders to project management and project managers to the team leader. That's why if there is a lack of communication in between the project manager and stakeholders, if it is not effective, then there will be a delay in a project completion. If unpredictable external changes like disasters, there are some of the external changes like disasters or any other, they are not predicted at the initial stages of a project. At the time of the planning, that was not taken into the consideration, there was no idea about the disasters. That's why there can be delay in a project completion. Now let us see what is actually the impact of delays in the project completion. If so many companies and project managers experiences a project delays, it can't be that big a deal. Okay, project delays cause a whole host of issues, some of which might not be obvious. Delays add to project cost. Every day you are late in another day planning for the personal and other resources that were not factored into the budget. Time is money after all, but there are other costs to consider also. That's why it can impact on the cost of a project also. One's company's reputation with the customer and other stakeholders could be damaged because of the delays in a project. It cannot be mentioned the reputation with your bosses. If your project is late, you may cause delays in other project by trying up resources that are needed elsewhere. If the delays is extreme enough, the entire project collapse and leads to the project failure, then we can say it is not a successful project. As we have seen, the definition of a successful project is that it will meet all the requirements within the budget and very importantly within the time limits. If it is not being in the deadline, it is not being the proper time given by the person stakeholder, then it will be a failure of a project or unsuccessful project. Let us see how we can avoid the project delays. Clearly, the project delays are best avoided, but are they possible? Let us see what we can consider for the purpose of avoiding project delay. We have to set a realistic goals for the project. Setting realistic goal is possible the biggest factor in determining whether it will be complete the project on time or not. Sometimes it is tempting to say extremely ambitious goals either to make good impression or because the client expects it. That's why how we can make a project realistic. Hold a team meeting at the beginning of your project. Gather your project team to communicate the vision of the project. Make sure everyone understands their roles as well as purposes of the project as a whole. Highlights that the key project milestones. You set your project plan and explain the benchmark for the success. Spend some time discussing the goals of the project and necessarily clarifying them that they will be measured within the given time limit. These are nothing but the sum of the things we can do for the purpose of project not to be delayed.